Hey Scorpio, Mariah here. Hopefully all of you guys are doing really well. So what we're going to do here is a general read. I want to know from Spirit, what is it that you need to know before 2021 closes out? I'm seeing a tidal wave. This year, for a lot of you, has not been the easiest in one department or another, or maybe just in general, in totality. Responsibility. Autumn. Bottom of the deck is cleansing. And right underneath that is initiation, and then spring. And here you go, death. Scorpio, bear with me while I get through this for you for a quick second, because you know me when I start going left. And this is a very specific message, but I think there's something here for all of you to take away from, especially dealing with 2021 now entering into 2022 within a month and a half, if you will. Unfortunately, a lot of burdens, a lot of weight in some way, shape, or form or fashion has been placed upon your shoulders. Unfortunately, but fortunately for you, you are a Scorpio. You are death and you are rebirth. You are transformation. You are the underworld, but you are also the answer. See, the thing about this, Scorpio, if I'm going to put this in the best way possible, it's just, it has not been easy, but when you're chosen, you have a responsibility to bear that other people can't understand. And that's what it has felt like. And it feels like this year has really happened for you for a reason, especially with autumn, especially with cleansing. Getting rid of the old, transforming, death, shedding old layers of skin for a new sense of revitalization, for a new sense of foundation. You're building new blocks. You've built new blocks. You've built new pathways for yourself. And 2021 will be one of those time periods where you look back and say, damn, I really went through this, or I really overcame this, or I really had to go through these things. Even in the moment of that tidal wave, you don't understand why. And I love that we have spring here because it goes into the transformation of things. So let me tell you like this, Scorpio. 2022, before we hit 2022 for you, your pain, the things that you've went through, the challenges you face has not gone unnoticed, even though at times it may feel like it. It really hasn't. But there's a new layer and a new sense of responsibility that you're going to have to take on in 2022. There's a new level that you're being pushed to go towards. You're up leveling. And this last quarter, it's like a marathon, right? At the beginning, you got all this energy and you're good and you're up and running and you're going. And then them last few miles, you're starting to get tired, you're sweating, look, I need me some water, I'm ready to sit down. I can't do this. And that time period is where you actually need to use the most of your strength to make it to the other finish line. So I will tell you this, Scorpio, this last quarter of the month, how strong is your willpower? How strong is your endurance? How much stamina do you have left? Because this last quarter that you're entering into of this year, you're going to need it. Because I'm still feeling this tidal wave energy. But the thing about it is, on the other side, once you cross that finish line, what 2022 brings for you, after you've shed your old skin throughout 2021, when you enter 2022, there's so many, I can't even put this into words here. There's a sense of astonishment. Am I saying that right? Yeah, astonishment. There's a sense of astonishment of looking back and seeing how much you've accomplished. Because this year was the foundational year for you, Scorpio. Whether this was for your goals, whether this was for your ambitions, whether this was for, your career path or life path, or going towards your purpose, your mission, what you've promised to yourself, and also what was preordained for you. This year had to be the cleansing and the sweeping of house. And I know in some of my readings throughout this year, it hasn't been the most pleasant for you guys. I've seen it. I've felt it. But it's cleaning house. In this last quarter, you got just one more quarter. You got last portion to go of cleaning house. Full on transformation. But again, this period of transformation was spirit allowing you to clear out the debris and the things that no longer served you, so that way you can build your foundational blocks and really build yourself up towards where you needed to go and where you need to go, and seeing your destiny, right? Seeing your destiny, being able to release your worries, being able to release, anything you've been repressing, any fear-based behaviors, any long-standing anxieties, all of these things that have been placed in front of you that you were forced to deal with and sit in and really, again, deal with. That may have scared you, that may have felt like, are you going to see the other side of things? How do you push past all of this stuff? This year was a year of facing your fears. And be conscious about your growth. Be intentional about your growth. Be very decisive about your growth. And this year really brought up a lot of repressed emotions and a lot of repressed fears, and really forcing you to figure out, what are you identifying with in this lifetime? Are you appropriately identifying yourself with your purpose, with your life path, with your mission, where it is that you need to go? And it's been a hard year, and you've been forced to assess your shadow side, right? Your shadow behaviors, and examine what's really buried within you. And looking at a lot of fear-based mentalities. But the thing about this is, Scorpio, what comes out on the other side. So Spirit's telling me to pull something else here for you. Where is my deck? And I can't find it, so give me a quick second here, Scorpio. All right, found it. So, Spirit for Scorpio. For Scorpio. Ooh. 3-3. Open your presence. 3-3. Some of you guys may be 33. The angel number 3-3 may be very important to you. But it does say, ever seen a time-lapse film of a flower blooming, its petals open wide? That's your new role model. Visualize yourself opening your arms wide, embracing all the prosperity and abundance that's flowing your way. Receive, 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 and then pass it on. And that's really what 2021 has been about, right? Just like when you look at a caterpillar, right? Before it turns, metamorphosizes into a butterfly, and it's in that, cocoon, if you will, whatever, it's in to really transform into the butterfly. This year has been that year of you being in your cocoon, right? Shedding your old layers, really facing a lot of yourself, facing a lot of the things that have been deeply seated within you. And also this year has been forcing you to truly, like I said, truly figure out who you are identifying as, what you are identifying your purpose with, and if it's truly in alignment with the actual long-term vision, the long-term goal, and your destiny that's been preordained for you. So a lot of things, those roots had to be dug up this year. But in 2022, you finally get to reap the rewards of all of the hardships, the pain, the transformations, the death and constant rebirth, and then constant death and then constant rebirth, to keep you in that cycle, right? So that way you can face a lot of those things, face a lot of those fears that you thought you faced, that you thought you dealt with, that you thought you handled. And here comes a new situation showing you, maybe I didn't, or maybe I need to view it this way, or maybe I need to, come at it from a different space or a different angle. A lot of these tests this year has really strengthened your ability within who you are, and also strengthen your vision for what it is that you want for yourself. And in 2022, it's like 2022, you finally get to take a breather. You finally get to take a fucking breather, finally. So what else does Scorpio needs to know before 2022? And don't get me wrong, because we have initiation here, which is spirit. So we always talk about ancestors and legacy and things of that nature, because it's a strong portion of who we are and part of our destiny, right? We couldn't be here without the people that came before us. And it's like, throughout all of these circumstances you've had to deal with this year, Scorpio, your ancestors, your loved ones, the people that have passed, have been aiding you throughout your entire transition this year. And it's like, okay, Scorpio did a clean house, has swept out all the dirt and debris and the things that are no longer serving Scorpio within themselves, but also externally. Scorpio has finally released that energy. Now you're getting a new responsibility. Now you're up leveling. But the thing about this up leveling, Scorpio, it's a easier one than what 2021 is. See, now you bear a new responsibility, and in this new responsibility comes abundance. Right? You're able this year in 2022 to take a breather. This is like, I get to kick my feet up. I've changed. I made the changes I need to. I get to kick my feet up and relax. But the thing about this, and this will be your one downside, is sustaining it and maintaining it, right? Being able to sustain that responsibility. Meaning, if old patterns, behaviors, conditionings come back up and resurface, if you allow certain people, things, elements that you've already cleared out of your life in 2021 to surface back into your life in 2022, you will end up repeating this cycle again in 2022. So with this death and this initiation of your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, putting you in a position to say, hey, Scorpio, look, you've done it this year. Next year, we're giving you a break. You get to finally relax. But you got to stay the course, right? You've already cleared all this energy. Now you got to stay the course of what you've cleaned out of your life. And by staying that course and by keeping that energy out of your life, you get to have a very calm 2022. You get to now embrace and receive all of the abundance and blessings due to your own hard work that you had to put in 2021. You now get to receive it and accept it. But again, that caveat that your ancestors, spirit guides, all of them, the caveat that they give you is that you have to be able to maintain and sustain it. Don't falter. Don't go backwards. Don't allow what you've already cleaned out of your life to re-enter into your life in 2022. Otherwise, again, you will be reliving a 2021 in 2022. So tell me more for my Scorpio spirit. Ace of Cups. A positive new emotional experience. Deep and lasting spiritual insights. Fulfilling romantic relationships. So I know this is not a love reading, but I'll get this portion out the way first. If in 2021 you had to clear out any exes, lovers, situations that did not work out, and in 2022 you keep their asses out of your life in 2022, right? You say, look, I know they say new year, new me is so cliche and cheesy, but you being the sign of death and rebirth, it literally is a new you. If you can keep that energy out of your life, you're getting a fulfilling love in 2022, if that is what you're looking for, if that's what you're wanting. Something that is deep, something that is lasting, something that is spiritually based, or whatever you believe in. But it's a new emotional experience that's very fulfilling. Now, if you're not looking for love, or that's not your, not on your radar right now, then this is a fulfilling life. Remember, I talked about kicking your feet up and being able to chill out and relax in 2022 and just embrace and receive, which is that Ace of Cups, right? Things that are fulfilling for you. Walking in the Nine of Cups. Yeah. Can't make this up. Being able to embrace all that you've been wishing for, all that you've been working for, all that you've been praying for. Those late nights, those early mornings, those times of sitting in the car wondering, how am I going to do it? What am I going to do? Why is my heart hurting? Why is my heart breaking? I got all these burdens, all this stress. What am I going to do? Praying and wishing for a better day, praying and wishing for better outcomes, praying and manifesting for better situations. And guess what? The Ace of Cups and Nine of Cups 2022, it's coming. And this is not, oh, it's going to come mid 22 or later on. No. 2022, when we enter into that new year, it will feel like a new you for you. Energetically, you will feel a new you. But again, this energy that you cleared out in 2021, if you can sustain that being out of your life, you're going to get everything that you've been praying for or wishing for, or you will start to see it come to fruition. Just like the example of the flower and the rose petals blooming. One by one, by one, by one. 2022 is your year. For finally, after everything you had to fucking endure in 2021, 2022 is finally, I get to reap the fruits of my labor, of my stress, for my pain. You are being compensated for your pain in 2022. And it's about damn time, Scorpio. About damn time. So it's very beautiful energy here. Anything else my Scorpios need to know before 2022? Sacred plan. Bottom of the deck is romance and connection. So again, I'll address this really quickly for the ones that have had difficulties in love in 2021. Had to go through heartbreak and pain and just those experiences in love, or just felt defeated in love. You have a very beautiful soul binding connection that was meant to be in your life, that is meant to be in your life, that's already preordained for you to come in 2022. Again, outside of that, sacred plan being here. Again, for spirit to bring in what is meant for you to receive. Your goals being accomplished, and you're now seeing the results of your goals and those daily efforts, your ambitious plans, and actually putting them into action and going towards them. Now reaping the fruit of those rewards, of reaping the fruit of those actions and that labor. You finally being able to see some emotional and psychological and physical progression. It's such a beautiful energy, Scorpio. But we got to get through this last quarter. And I will tell you, in this last quarter, please utilize it. Please utilize it to really clear out everything else before you hit 2022. If not, 2022 will be a repeat of 2021. I'm hearing carry us forward. Make us proud. I don't know who this is for you, whether this is a loved one, a family member, but surrender to the divine. How beautiful. Everything that happened this year may have felt like it happened to you, but it only happened for you. And in 2022, and I'm telling you, come back, watch this mid-2022, late 2022, whenever in that year later on, come back once you start to see things come to fruition. And just leave a heart on this video, because I feel this so strongly for you, Scorpio. Just leave a heart on this video after you start to see this stuff happening for you, only if you follow that caveat of clearing out whatever, leaving behind whatever it is in 2021 that you needed to leave behind. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. You can't even imagine. You can't even imagine in ways how your life is going to change. An example of this, and I'll use me personally because, I'll put my business out there. I don't care. I'm an open book. A year ago today, I'll give it a few months back, maybe around August of 2020. Yeah, August of 2020. Right? And I talked about this publicly before. I was facing eviction, unemployed, dealing with a horrible love situation with a twin flame, and I felt lost and hopeless, and I didn't want to be here. How was I going to do it? I didn't see a future. And a year later, my life has changed 180 in ways that I could have never even described, that I could have never put into words, that if you would have told me a year ago this is where I would be, being able to help people and being of assistance and being in a better mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological state, not dealing with the BS that I dealt with last year. If you was to tell me that, I would say you're a fucking liar. Well, Scorpio, please call me a fucking liar if you would like to. But I promise you I'm not lying when I'm telling you about this energy. I feel it strongly. You're not even going to notice who you are. 2022 is set up to be so sweet for you. What it is that you're wanting to go after, imagine it and magnify it times 3. Magnify that times 3. So Scorpio, I'm so excited for you for the upcoming year. This is what you need to know before 2022. Again, you're in that last milestone of the year. Make sure everything is, at this point, everything should be fully cleared. If you got any lingering energies or things, get them the fuck out of your life. Get them the fuck out of your way. Excuse my language, but I got to be very forward with you because of this energy so strong. Get them the fuck out your life, fuck out your way. Clear out that energy. It may be painful. You may not want to do it. I don't care. Get them gone, because if you could feel what I'm feeling, what it's about to come in for you in 2022, where your life does a complete 180, where you would be saying to me, Mariah, you're lying. That I don't see that happening. I can't even fathom. Scorpio, I love you as always. I'm going to leave your reading here. Hopefully all of you have a wonderful day, evening, night, morning, whenever you're watching this, and you all stay safe. Bye.